Welcome back to Neville Goddard Wisdom. Pause for a moment and think about this. What if this exact moment, not some distant tomorrow, not an unclear someday, is actually the turning point your entire life has been quietly leading you toward? The feeling that brought you to this recording is not something you need to dismiss. It may simply be a sign that something within you is beginning to wake up, reaching forward and moving closer to a life that finally feels right for you. Think about it. Everything you have been hoping for may not be somewhere far away, waiting for you to chase it down. It may already be closer than you realize, already available, waiting for your inner state to rise and connect with it. What if peace, prosperity, success, and fulfillment were never meant to be hunted, forced, or desperately pursued? What if they begin to appear naturally when you change the way you see yourself and the life you expect to experience? Right now, you are not simply listening to a recording. You are giving yourself a quiet opportunity to shift your identity. You are becoming more like the person who trusts more easily, receives without fear, expects good things, and moves through life without constantly fighting against it. And notice something important. You chose to press play. You chose to stay here. That choice matters. Let it remind you that expansion, financial growth, meaningful opportunities, peaceful relationships, and the right people can enter your life in ways you may not yet see. Stay with me, because the next spot may change the way you look at this entire practice. Your decision to be here today is already a small opening toward the version of life you have been quietly imagining. One simple choice can create a new direction. The moment you decide that something better is possible, you begin looking at yourself and your future differently. Your intention has been planted. Now, allow it to grow. This is not simply a moment to sit back and rest. It can become an active process of changing the patterns that have been living beneath the surface of your thoughts. A quiet rebuilding of the inner self that influences how you understand everything that happens next. With every second you remain present, you are creating new mental patterns. You are planting seeds of confidence, abundance, emotional strength, peace, and possibility. At first, these changes may feel small. You may not notice them immediately. But small changes repeated again and again can slowly transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. Your thoughts begin to feel different. Your expectations begin to change. The way you respond begins to change. And eventually, the life you experience can begin to reflect that new inner direction. The more often you return to this kind of practice, the more natural the shift can become. Do not underestimate repetition. You do not need to create a dramatic transformation overnight. You simply need to keep returning to the state you want to make familiar. Make this part of your daily rhythm, especially in the morning, before the noise of the day begins. Let it become your inner reset button. Before messages, problems, responsibilities, and outside opinions begin demanding your attention, give yourself a few quiet moments to decide how you want to feel and what you want to believe about yourself. This simple practice can set the emotional direction for the hours ahead. And remember this, real change usually does not come from one powerful burst of motivation. It comes from steady repetition. It comes from returning to the same empowering ideas until they no longer feel unfamiliar. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep choosing the inner state that matches the life you want to experience. Little by little, what once felt like an effort can begin to feel natural. The shift may be quiet, but quiet does not mean powerless. Sometimes the deepest changes begin where nobody else can see them. Each time you return to words like these, your mind adjusts a little more. Slowly, abundance begins to feel normal. Peace becomes easier to access, and your sense of self-worth no longer feels like something you have to prove or earn. Life begins to feel less like a constant climb and more like a current that carries you forward. Opportunities, support, helpful people, and positive outcomes can begin appearing with less struggle, almost as if circumstances are quietly shifting in your direction without you needing to force everything into place. Take one slow breath in now. Hold it softly for a moment, and then release it completely. As you breathe out, allow yourself to release tension, overthinking, old fears, lingering doubts, and anything you've been carrying that no longer needs to come with you. Let your body relax. Let your mind become open. Let yourself become willing to receive what is already moving toward you. As you soften, notice the quiet change happening within you. Something is becoming lighter. You are moving away from resistance and toward acceptance, and that is where meaningful change can begin. You are no longer fighting against every moment. You are learning to let life move with you instead of constantly pushing against it. This is where your transition begins into a calmer, stronger, more expanded version of yourself. And if you are still here, stay with me, because the next words are meant to become part of your inner rhythm. Everything is working out for me today. My day unfolds with ease and supports me in ways I may not always recognize immediately. I trust that life is arranging the details of my journey in my favor. Even when I cannot see the entire picture, I trust that I am exactly where I need to be at exactly the right time. Things come together without unnecessary struggle. I remain open to unexpected blessings, beautiful surprises, and fresh opportunities. I feel supported and carried by life itself. My path continues to unfold with meaning, direction, and purpose. Opportunities find their way to me naturally. I release unnecessary stress and choose calm instead. I trust my ability to welcome good things into my experience. Even uncertainty can lead me towards something valuable, even when I cannot understand the reason right away. I allow life to move freely without trying to control every detail. Today I am in harmony with abundance. My day contains small moments of peace, quiet wins, encouraging signs, and uplifting experiences I did not need to chase. Things unfold more beautifully than I expected. The energy I give to life returns to me in meaningful ways. I choose to see life as something working with me, not something constantly working against me. My day moves forward with balance, clarity, and purpose. Everything is quietly coming together behind the scenes for my highest good. I am safe, I am guided, I am supported in everything I do. Success moves toward me naturally and consistently. Situations resolve in my favor with ease and care. Even challenges can become lessons, opportunities for growth, and openings to new doors I could not see before. I remain grounded in a calm inner knowing that things have a way of working themselves out. My attention naturally moves toward positive outcomes. A deep feeling of peace settles within me as I trust the direction of my journey. I allow abundance into my life today without resistance and without fear. Every step I take brings me closer to the life I desire. My reality is gradually moving into harmony with my dreams at the right moment
and in the right way. I stay open to unexpected blessings. My heart remains steady, peaceful, safe, and supported through every part of the day. I am ready to receive the good that life has to offer. My day moves with ease, balance, and clarity, because I trust that what belongs in my life arrives when the time is right.
If you are still listening right now, take that as a meaningful reminder. Growth, expansion, new opportunities, helpful connections, and positive changes can already be moving in your direction. Your decision to remain here shows that some part of you is ready for something greater to unfold. By staying present, you have opened a mental doorway toward new possibilities, and the intention you are creating is already becoming more familiar within you. This is about more than simply relaxing for a few minutes. It is a gentle process of changing the way you think, one quiet moment at a time. Every moment of focused attention plants a new idea within you. Confidence, prosperity, peace, love, opportunity, strength. With repetition, these beliefs become stronger and more natural. Slowly, they begin changing the way you see yourself, the way you interpret circumstances, and the way you respond to the world around you. And when your inner expectations begin to change, your outer experience can begin to look different as well. This is why consistency matters. Do not worry if you cannot feel a dramatic shift immediately. Keep returning, keep practicing, keep giving your mind new directions to follow. Make this part of your daily rhythm, especially in the morning, when your thoughts are beginning to form the tone of the day. Let these moments become a quiet foundation beneath everything you do. Carry this feeling with you when you move forward. You do not need to hold it tightly or force yourself to stay positive every second. Simply allow this calm feeling to remain somewhere beneath the noise, steady and quiet, while you continue with your day. And remember this as you move into what comes next. What you're about to practice is simple, repeatable, and powerful in its consistency. It is a small daily habit that can gradually recalibrate your mindset and carry its influence through the hours ahead. Stay with the practice, give it time, let the repetition do its work. Sometimes the biggest changes begin with something so simple that you almost overlook it. Lasting change really comes from one huge burst of willpower. It comes from showing up in the same gentle way day after day until something quietly changes beneath the surface. Keep coming back to these words, and your mind slowly creates a new place to rest, a place where having enough feels normal, where peace feels natural, and where knowing your own value no longer depends on proving anything to anyone. From that new inner place, life stops feeling like a constant struggle against resistance and begins to feel more like a current you are simply moving with. Doors seem to open before you even reach them. Support appears without you having to ask for it. Helpful opportunities arrive from places you never expected. At times, it may feel almost too simple, as though something unseen is quietly moving pieces into place for your benefit. So begin right here. Take a slow, full breath in without rushing. Feel the air enter. Then breathe out and release. Unclench your body. Let the tight grip of worry loosen. Let the endless replay of problems become quiet for a moment. You do not have to solve everything right now. In this soft, open space, allow yourself to become reachable. Become open enough for what is already moving toward you to actually arrive. And as your grip begins to relax,
something steadier takes its place. Not pressure, not force, just quiet acceptance. You are no longer struggling to make every detail happen. You are allowing your life to unfold naturally, without forcing the timing. A sense of stillness begins moving through your chest. Stress starts losing its hold, and trust begins taking its place. Everything feels just a little lighter than it did before. Stay with this feeling, because this is where the deeper shift begins. I stand steady in the knowing that today is unfolding for my benefit. My mind naturally moves toward expecting good things, and there is a quiet ease inside me, because I trust that life is arranging itself in ways that support me. I open myself to abundance, joy, meaningful experiences, and moments that truly matter. I do this without closing my heart or expecting something to go wrong. Every step I take today feels gently guided, and I no longer fight against the pace at which things arrive. Even when circumstances appear uncertain, something within me trusts that I am being led towards something better. I release my need to control every small detail, and instead I choose to trust the process itself. My presence naturally welcomes the right people, the right opportunities, and the right changes, without requiring me to chase after them. I move through this day with steadiness, quiet confidence, and calm. Right now, in this exact moment, my life is coming together in the way it needs to. I expect things to move smoothly. I expect to feel good. I expect uplifting moments to find me. And whenever doubt appears, I choose trust instead. I stop preparing for something bad to happen and allow good things to move toward me freely. Even though I cannot see the entire picture, I trust that things are being handled in the right way behind the scenes. My day feels lighter, it feels easier, it feels more graceful. As I remain open and aware instead of tense and guarded, I allow joy into my experience without questioning whether I deserve it. I allow blessings to arrive without taking them apart in my mind. Everything begins settling into place, and I allow myself to receive it fully with gratitude, peace, and quiet certainty. If you are still listening, stay here for a little longer, because the feeling you're creating now can become the foundation for the rest of your day. I am in harmony with what truly supports me, and I deliberately keep my attention on outcomes that lift me higher instead of pulling me down. What I believe becomes the ground beneath my feet. That belief in the process gives me strength. My day is filled with warmth, abundance, meaningful connection, and moments that remind me that life can be good. I allow everything to come together naturally, without trying to force every piece into place. Good things find their way toward me without constant effort, and I stay open to gifts I never planned for and opportunities I never expected. Whatever enters my experience, I trust that it is arriving at the right time and teaching me something valuable. I lean into that knowing and allow good things to flow toward me freely. Clarity guides my next step. Calm remains quietly present in everything I do. Appreciation rises naturally as I notice that situations have a way of working themselves out for my benefit. My entire outlook becomes more grounded, more peaceful, and more open. I understand more deeply that what I hold within influences the way I experience what appears around me. There is strength in knowing that trust can keep me steady, regardless of what is happening outside of me. Every part of today contains potential. I allow myself to experience happiness, growth, abundance, and possibility.
Life meets my openness with more reasons to remain open. Positive circumstances begin moving toward me without requiring me to struggle for them. Even difficult moments can become lessons. They can become stepping stones that carry me somewhere new. I remain aware of unexpected gifts because life often surprises us in ways we could never have planned ourselves. My direction feels clearer now. I feel supported. I move through the day with a quiet certainty that things are coming together for my highest good. I release the need to control every outcome and step instead into a deeper form of trust, where life feels lighter, freer, and less rigid. With every breath, I release tension, worry, and the urge to force results. I choose instead to trust the natural rhythm of life. Things begin to feel easier when I stop pushing against them and allow them to unfold in their own way. I settle into calm awareness, trusting that I am supported even during moments that do not make complete sense yet. Peace surrounds me and keeps me grounded in the present moment, while my thoughts become softer, quieter, and more accepting. In this space, I feel protected, guided, and supported by something greater than what I can immediately see. Life no longer feels like a battle. It begins to feel like a gradual unfolding, where people, opportunities, answers, and experiences arrive when the timing is right. I live from a place of steady trust and quiet, positive expectation. I expect good outcomes as a natural part of my life, and life continues reflecting that expectation back to me in supportive and sometimes surprising ways. My presence welcomes opportunity, harmony, progress, and meaningful change. I remain calm and centered, trusting that things are moving correctly even before I can understand how everything will come together. Each day brings small blessings, small moments of clarity, small signs that remind me I am moving in the right direction. I notice them. I appreciate them. I remain open to receiving more joy, more growth, more peace, more abundance, more possibilities that I once believed were available to me. I do not need to know every step ahead of time. I only need to remain open to the next one. And as I continue returning to this state, trust becomes easier, peace becomes more familiar, and expectation becomes stronger. What once felt difficult begins to feel natural. What once required effort begins to feel like a quiet part of who I am. So carry this feeling with you. Do not force it. Do not chase it. Simply let it remain within you as you move through your day. The more often you return to this inner state, the more familiar it becomes, and the more naturally you begin to meet life with calm, openness, and the quiet certainty that something good can always unfold next. My mind remains rooted in peace and abundance. My heart stays calm, and my life continues moving forward with balance, grace, and quiet alignment in this moment and in every moment that follows. Thank you for practicing this with Neville Goddard wisdom. I allow myself to settle into the understanding that today already contains something good within it. When I stop trying to control and direct every single outcome, life begins to feel lighter. It feels less like a battle and more like something that can simply flow. I allow ease to enter the places where resistance once lived. I no longer believe good things must happen only because I forced them into position. Instead, I expect good things because I trust the natural way life unfolds. I remind myself that I have never truly been separated from support. It surrounds me in more ways than I can see. Even during moments when I fail to notice it, support is still present. I treat each day as something worth noticing, something I can move through with curiosity and openness instead of tension and fear. I remain calm, and I pay attention to what feels right, rather than following everything that feels like pressure. Life continues shifting in ways that help me learn, expand, and grow, and I trust the process even while it is still unfolding. Nothing needs to happen in a hurry. What is already moving toward me does not need my anxiety or impatience. My day becomes filled with lightness, meaningful connection, and a peace that reaches deeper than before. I carry a quiet expectation that good things are moving in my direction, and I remain open to joy appearing in small places I never planned for. When worry rises, I allow it to pass instead of giving it control, and I gently return to trust. Gratitude softens the way I see my circumstances, helping me notice meaning even in the smallest moments. I feel connected to something greater than whatever is happening right now, and that connection helps me remain steady. I do not force life to move faster than it is ready to move. I simply move with it. Stay with this idea, because what comes next reveals why this inner shift can change so much more than your mood. At the center of all of this is a simple truth. What we believe influences how we experience our lives. When I expect life to work with me instead of against me, my entire awareness begins to change. I notice possibilities more quickly. I see solutions that might normally escape my attention. I meet challenges with stronger and steadier footing. Life does not suddenly become perfect or free from difficulty, but my relationship with life becomes more grounded, useful, and balanced. What I believe affects the way I interpret situations, and that interpretation influences what I choose to do next. When I trust that things can work out, I show up with more patience, greater clarity, and stronger confidence in myself. I react less and choose more carefully. Those small inner changes may seem insignificant at first, but repeated over time, they can create real transformation. This same trust also helps steady my emotions. Instead of constantly living in tension, resistance, or fear, I carry a calmer state within me. I still take action, I still make decisions, I still move forward, but my actions come from focus instead of strain. I am not trying to force life into a specific shape. I am participating in the process. The more I repeat these thoughts, the more familiar they become, and what becomes familiar gradually starts to feel natural. That natural feeling can slowly become my new baseline, influencing how I respond to life without requiring constant conscious effort. Belief becomes more than a passing thought. It becomes a foundation I can return to again and again. If you're listening closely, notice how different it feels to move from pressure into trust. That difference is important. It is where a new way of responding begins. As I remain grounded in this awareness, I begin to understand that belief was never about pretending reality does not exist. It is about choosing a different relationship with reality. My mind naturally searches for evidence that supports what I already expect. So when I shift my expectations toward trust, possibility, and alignment, my attention begins noticing growth, opportunities, and quiet progress that may have been present all along. I simply was not looking for them before. This change sharpens my attention, reduces unnecessary mental noise, and creates more space for better decisions. It affects my emotional state as well. Living from trust instead of constant prayer allows me to become more balanced. I am no longer always preparing myself for something terrible to happen. I become more present with what is actually happening right now.
And in that presence, life begins to feel more manageable, more supportive, and more connected than it once did. Stress does not completely disappear, and I do not expect it to, but it no longer controls every part of my day. I recover from setbacks more quickly. I spend less time trapped inside endless overthinking. Instead, I maintain a steadier inner balance that helps me continue moving regardless of what appears in front of me. This inner stability becomes a real form of strength. especially during moments that feel uncertain or difficult. I notice that challenges do not shake me as easily as before. I can meet them with clearer thinking instead of immediate panic. This calm foundation changes the entire way difficulty feels. Even uncertainty begins to look different. Instead of seeing uncertainty only as a threat, I begin to see it as open space, room for something new to enter. It becomes less about worrying over everything that might go wrong and more about remaining open to what might unfold. That change removes a great deal of pressure from my mind, and the longer I practice it, the stronger my resilience becomes.
I stop believing that perfect conditions are required before I can feel okay. Even on difficult days, there is a quiet knowing within me that life is still moving towards something meaningful. I do not ignore my problems. I face them directly while believing that solutions can be found. This mindset also changes how I show up around other people and how they experience me in return. When I carry a calm, grounded energy, people often feel more comfortable and at ease in my presence. I listen better. I respond with greater patience. I create less unnecessary conflict, and that creates a different kind of connection, one built not from pressure, but from steadiness. Keep this feeling with you, because the way you carry yourself can quietly influence everything that happens next.
Conversations become clearer, decisions begin to feel more aligned, and opportunities seem to appear more naturally. None of this requires magic. It is simply what can happen when I move through the world with less doubt and more clarity in the way I think, speak, and act. My presence becomes steadier, and that inner steadiness begins influencing the outcomes I experience. Still, I remain aware of something important. This was never about pretending that problems do not exist. Real growth comes from bringing belief together with awareness. I still look at what is happening honestly. I still learn from my mistakes, recognize where I went wrong, and take responsibility for the choices I make. The difference is that I no longer allow one difficult moment to decide the direction of my entire life.